Hi, this is Trey Pastor. Welcome to my review of Gringo. This movie stars Joel Egerton, Charlize Theron, David Oyelowo, I think I pronounced that right, Thaddeus Newton, Amanda Seyfried's in this. What's his name? The guy, I can't remember his name. But anyway, this story is basically about a David Oyelowo's character, Harold Seneca. He plays he works for a drug company, and of course his life is not going going well. His wife, who is working as a designer, is basically bankrupting him. He's working for a company with crooked business partners, who's basically taking advantage of him. Okay, and his life is basically going to crap, literally, and he's wondering, trying to figure out a way to get around this. And this movie is basically like it's a mix of action, dark comedy, and a little drama in there. And it's a fun comedy. I mean, it's funny. It's funny a lot of the times. Like I said, Joel Egerton and Charlize Theron, they play the partners. Richard Musk and Elaine Markison, who's basically they have really no use for Harold. They take advantage of him and stuff, and they're basically they're selling illegal drugs in Mexico, and okay, and they're basically using Harold for this. And like I said, Harold's he's like nearly bankrupt. His wife is cheating on him, and his life is basically to hell. And basically, he goes to Mexico on a business trip, and basically he gets kidnapped. And you see that in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler. Okay, like I said, this movie is like I said, it's a dark comedy with with a little action in there and a little drama, but it's funny. It's funny in a lot of spots, and I have to say, Charlize Theron, she can do the comedy, and she can play a real bitch at times, and she's really good at this movie. So is Joe Egerton as this guy who's a shady business partner who's taking advantage of his friend Harold. And David Oyelowo, he's really good too as Harold, the guy that's basically over his head, is getting taken advantage of and stuff, and he's trying to find a way to fight out of this, and he's really good too. Like I said, there's a lot of good funny moments in this that really make you laugh in this. And it's basically the story of David, not David, of Harold, trying to survive this Mexican adventure and to come out ahead. And like I said, it's funny, and the actors are game with the material and stuff. And this movie is funny in spots and stuff, but it's just quite not. It doesn't quite. Excuse me. What's called Amanda Seyfried's in this as well. She plays a side character who's kind of not involved in the main plot, but she gets kind of mixed in there, with Harold and the other characters. And like I said, there's a mercenary character. I can't remember the guy. The guy that was in he plays the brother of Joe Egerton in this. He plays like a mercenary who gets basically sent to Mexico to find Harold. And I forgot the actor's name. He played in the robot movie, which I can't remember the name, but anyway, again, the actors are game in this, and I have to give them credit for giving it effort. And the movie is funny in spots, but the movie does sort of drag in certain spots and stuff, and it doesn't, quite hit the mark on all the jokes. Okay, I mean, Charlize Theron is absolutely, you can tell she's having the time of her life, playing this mega bitch who's throwing out one-liners here and there. And Joe Egerton, I loved him too, because he's this guy, he's trying to be nice to Harold's face, and then where he's backstabbing him in the end, and so he really puts that off. And like I say, Amanda Seyfried's character is kind of naive and stuff in that, but I like, again, David Oyelowo as Harold. He really does the comedy really well. I know he's been mostly known for dramatic parts, but he does the comedy really well in this. This is as Harold, this guy that's put upon and being taken advantage of, and finds himself in these unusual circumstances, and basically is trying to survive and get ahead. And again, I like the jokes for the most part. Again, but some of them some of them didn't quite hit the mark, and the movie sort of dragged a little bit. But again, it's an enjoyable, and it'll make you laugh, because it made me laugh throughout it. But I don't think it's quite the level of comedy that they were going for. I don't think it quite hits the mark on all cylinders. So I'm gonna have to give Gringo. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, I think it could have been an 8. I think with a little bit better writing, and if things were structured a little better in certain parts of the movie, which I don't want to spoil. But other than that, it is enjoyable, and you can tell, again, Charlize Theron's having the time of her life playing this character, and Joel Egerton is absolutely hilarious. And again, David Oyelowo is really great. And oh yeah, Daddy Newton, she plays the wife in there. She's okay. She doesn't get much to do in this movie, but again, I thought that most of the actors in here do a good job. And I just think that the script is not as it doesn't hit on all cylinders and could have been better. But anyway, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's enjoyable. If you want to see it, I definitely go check it out if you want to. But if you don't, yeah, you don't have to worry about going to see it. But I thought it was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. Okay, but it didn't quite knock my socks off. But anyway, 7 out of 10 for me. Anyway, let me know what you think of Gringo. If you've seen it, what do you think of it? Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram in the description box, as well as my other channel, Paul's Views and Opinions. Paul's Views and Opinions. Please check that out as well. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.